Hi, today we're gonna learn how to remove a backup created previously. The prototype is already running. We're gonna open the hamburger menu, see the drawer, go straight to the backups button, open it, and as you can see, we have two backups. I only prototyped removing the first one. So we have these more options button. We open the menu, restore, share, and delete. This is the one that we are gonna click. But at this point, we can click out just to close the menu. But this is not what I want, not what we want. So delete is the guy. Hit it, and then this confirmation dialog shows up. We can click out to close it, and also we have this button to cancel. So are you sure you want to remove this backup? You can cancel, or in our case we really want to confirm, so hit it, and then the backup disappeared, and the um, information that we can see on the snack bar is shown, giving this feedback to the user. Let me run the prototype again just to show this last part. So we confirm, and then we see, and we can undo at this point. So backup created, but this message, I use it the same component that I used in the previous tutorial, so I need to do some workaround just to get things correct. So here we will just say backup removed. Just this is enough. But as you imagine, we have um, this component being shown here, so we need to adjust here too. What I'm going to do, I will copy from here, even though you're not seeing, but I created this one so I know what's happening over here. I have this component, and the opacity for this one is 0%. I will change to 100, and then we can see what I'm doing. I just replaced the previous text, and now I return to 0%. And as you could see, I normally place this component a bit down. It's downer, and so we will have some micro animation. It will go up, and then it will go down in the last screen. And here I need to change the text as well. Backup removed. So let me run the prototype again, making this to 0% opacity again, and running quickly. Okay, so there we go. We open, we hit backup, we open the more options menu, and then delete, confirm, and then we see backup removed. So now it's correct. Okay, first part is done, and then let me show you all the screens that we need to create. First one, standard, right? If you haven't watched my previous tutorials, I recommend you to do that, so because there I explain all the details. So we got this screen. I already explained this. We just have this artboard. Its background is white, but not visible. So this is gonna be open over this one in the prototype. So we don't need to have background for this guy. Then we have this button, this screen, pretty standard. This one is standard as well. We created that previously. And then this menu is also standard, just three text separated, and then I group it, then turn it then into auto layout, and then I applied some background and some shadow just to make things pretty. And then after that we have this overlay. It's just a regular rectangle with 48% opacity, I believe so, and color is black. This component is standard as well, just a two-line text. And then we have this button, it's just a text. It's just a text. I grouped both of them, Shift A to become an auto layout, and then I align it. Did the same with this background, and boom, no annuities. For this screen, like I showed previously, we have this snackbar, 0% opacity. But on this one, I put this component a bit up, it's upper, and I removed the first line, the first backup. So it's pretty standard. I explained it in the previous video as well. Just a regular text, bold, a bit bigger. This one pretty regular, just a regular icon and divider. So here, this is pretty much the same screen as this one, only without pretty much this one, only without this first line. I just needed to realign the left back up, and then we duplicate the first screen to have this one, and this one is also duplicated, no brainer. And the last one is a screen without any second backup, just one. It's just a copy. So there are many ways of doing this. You decide the way you prefer that makes more sense for you. Sometimes the simple works fine, especially for those over there that are entry-level designers. Maybe that might be easier for you guys. For the other ones, you have the ability to decide the best way to go. So now we are here and we are going to explain all the interactions. So on this screen, just one link. It is interaction trigger on click, open overlay, like I explained now, a couple of seconds ago, a couple of minutes ago actually, and also in previous tutorials, a couple of them. Open overlay, next screen, top left, close when clicking outside, background black, 48%, animation moving to the right. Just as easy as that. What I really would like to recommend you, instead of just using the same type of information, do tests, like change this guy, then change only this guy, change this one, and change, just to see what happens, and then you can discover things that you maybe didn't know about. So yeah, the second screen, we have clicking outside of this white part. We are gonna go back to the first screen. So on click, this background, navigate to previous screen, animation push to return, like to show from left to right, and then going backwards. So push will be pushed to the left side, and just this. And also we have one more interaction, backups, of course, to keep going. On click, navigate to next screen. You see, I'm not naming the artboards properly, but you will do that. You should do that. So destination, next screen, smart and made. And then we keep going. We have this back button, which will take us back to the first screen. So this is the trigger. On click, navigate to first screen, and we have more interactions here. So opening this, more options, we can see on click, navigate to next screen, smart animate. So on the next screen we have this menu open. We also have this button which will take us to the first screen. That's important to mention. Pretty standard. On click, navigate to first screen. Animation, I prefer to use dissolve. You can use different types and do your own tests. We also, let me see this guy here. Yeah, so when we click out of this component, out of this menu, we expect this menu to be closed. So there are many ways to do that. A simple way is just hitting the background. On click, navigate to previous screen, animation, instant. So what that will do is close the menu, because returning to this screen there is no menu being shown. So that's the thing. And then when we hit delete, we go to the next screen. On click navigate to next screen, smart animate, where we have this overlay and we have this cancel button. I should remove this back button from here because it doesn't work when we have a modal being displayed. So we just need to have this guy here. Cancel, on click navigate to this screen where we don't have the menu open and we don't have the modal. And the other one, it is also of course hidden when we hit this overlay, this background, we will go to the same screen with the same kind of interaction. So trigger, navigate to this screen I'm showing here, I'm circling, and animation, smart animate. To keep, we don't need to have this the snack bar interaction because it's not being shown. So when we confirm, we go to the next screen. On click navigate to next screen, smart animate, and then here it works. So this component, this snack bar, will be released, and then we have this undo option, which will take us back to this screen here, where we don't see the modal and we don't see the snack bar, and the backup is not deleted, not removed yet. So this interaction, that's gonna be trigger on click, action navigate to that screen I showed just now, and smart animate. We also just need to select one of the components. I decided to go with the first one, so select it and then just delete. Next screen, it will be a copy of this one, but this snack bar, we just need to move it a bit down and then make it 0% opacity. Back button, in this case this guy here, will take us to the next screen, not to the previous one. So on click, navigate to next screen, dissolve. That's the way that I prefer to go. Once that we are here, we just have one way to go ahead. So on click navigate to next screen, dissolve, and here we will be able to open this menu. So we need to have this interaction. On click, open overlay, just the way I showed it before there in the very beginning of this flow. On click, open overlay, go to next screen, top left, close when clicking outside, background black 48%, moving right. And finally, when we are here, we are able to return. So on click, navigate to previous screen, push left. And to finish the flow, we hit back up again, because that's the thing, like, it's not a matter of only doing once. Normally users, they like to come back and to make sure that the action they took, the task they performed, that worked properly. So it's always good to make this last piece, this last part of the flow. So on click, navigate to next screen, smart animate, and here it's possible to confirm, okay, I just see one backup, I can have this back button. On click, navigate to take it to this screen. So I will not come back to the very beginning of the flow where I have this screen, very similar, but I will make a loop only in the end of the flow with these three screens, where the user will always see there is just one backup. And that's all that we have for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.